So you click on this video, you are an editor, you don't have any clients, and you just want to hit your first $1,000 a month, you know, the big, shiny 4-figures thing. Now, why you should listen to me? I'm just like some random guy in his bedroom just recording videos. You don't need to know my name. All you need to know is that I have hit $1,000 a month from zero 3 times in the last 7 months. So I started video editing like late February. I documented the entire process. I've documented to my first $1,000 a month. I think it took like 30+ days. Then I lost it all because I got so burnt out. I basically like dropped all my client to my agency. And I didn't tell anybody while I was having this agency. I had literally 0 clients. And then I signed a client for like 1.5k a month. So I went from 0 to 1.5k in like a week the second time. And then the client didn't like the work my editor did. So I felt so bad. And I was like, okay, I just refund the money. I lost everything again. I had 0 clients again. I actually made a video about it. And then I started coming back into the editing world like a few weeks ago. I'm already at more than $1,000, but I almost hit like the 2k mark a month now. So I know a thing or two about reaching your first 4 digits a month. And you might be thinking, there must be some like secret thing that I only know. And maybe there is. Maybe there's like a quicker way that I don't know. But all I know is that I only can tell you what I learned from my experience, my own personal experience, and what worked. Because I know it worked because I literally did it 3 times. This is not some high adrenaline video. You probably could already tell where there's like pop-ups and shit, and maybe like, I don't know, there's some animations and shit. Basically all those like cheap videos that other people made, like how to make 10k a month, but you probably click this video thinking there's like some secret way to really make you stand out from the other editors really quickly, and there's like some technique. And I'm just going to lay out exactly what I did to quickly hit the $1,000 a mark. Just a fair warning, it's not easy. You're going to have to be working very, very hard. So I categorized editors into like 2 different sub-segments when you're starting out. Number 1, before you get a client, you're like at $0, like maybe less than $100 a month. And number 2, where you already got like a couple of clients and they're paying you like decently. Maybe you're earning like $300 to $500 a month, and you just want to like get to the 1,000 mark goal. So let's begin with the first stage of video editing, where you don't have any clients. You like, maybe you have 1 client but he's paying you like really shit, and you're earning less than $100 per month. This is the stage where it's probably going to be the hardest stage of your entire video editing career. The start is always the hardest. It just goes for almost everything in life. I'm going to basically vomit out words you already heard before. There's this one person that asked me like, how do I get where I am at? Like literally like a few hours ago, like online. I told him the exact method to get it, and he was like, no, I want a shortcut. The fuck? I literally tell you exactly what I did. I even laid out to you everything in text. I wrote a 3-paragraph worth of shit, and all he did was like, yo, is there a shortcut? Can you like can you give me your clients that you don't want? I'm like, guys, this is your competition. Back to the topic, you are at less than $100 a month, and the key here is volume. So you do like this. You go to YouTube. I know you heard this before. You go to all the channels that you want to edit. You just download the videos, and then you re-edit them. Now, if you haven't clicked off already, because I'm literally like rephrasing the normal vanilla advice. Now, I want you to change your mindset when you're doing this advice. Instead of like, oh, I have to do this shit, it takes so much time, blah, blah, blah. Change your mindset, make it into a win-win mindset. So you spend a few hours, or maybe like 5-6 hours, I don't know how long it takes you, to re-edit a video. If you don't know how to do this, go to like Alex Hormozi old vlogs, or just go to like YouTubers who aren't really like hyper edited videos and just like make it into your own style. You have this video. Now, a lot of people do this the wrong way, where I see like email the YouTuber, and when I get no reply, they just give up. Now, you don't want to do this, because now you have this video, you have leverage, and leverage is the single most important thing. I want you to take this video that you re-edited, you worked so hard on, email the YouTuber, and say, oh, yo, I did it, but don't expect a reply, okay? Most YouTubers get flooded with like editors. Don't expect a reply, so you won't get disappointed. But the main thing you want to do with this re-edited footage is just put it on your portfolio, number 1. And number 2, post it on Twitter. And number 3, post it on Instagram. You want to post it to everywhere as possible. Get as many eyes on it as possible. Post it on YouTube too. Post it on all the platforms. I don't really see editors doing this. Edit a video, send it to the fucking creator, and just give up when they don't reply after they do this a few times. You're probably not going to get a lot of results at first. Nobody's going to watch it. The creators are not replying. But the thing is, volume. If you can, I know you have a day job and stuff, but if you really, really, really want to hit the $1,000, but you have to make some sacrifice. It's just the plain truth. Every single day, you come from work, you edit a video, and just post it everywhere, and do this for a couple of weeks. And while you're doing this, you also want to spend a little bit of time doing outbound. Sending your video to creators is counted as outbound, but again, there's only 1 person. So you want to like, you know, do like maybe Upwork, Fiverr. I know it's like shit, but again, you're just literally starting out. And then you send the video edited to the people, the outbound clients, and you just basically spread your edit as far as far as possible, as many people as possible. And when I started, I was doing actually like at least like 10 outbounds a day. It was so draining, guys. And every time I did this, I always get a client in like the first week. The client will see my work and there's like, yo, I like this guy. His edits are like not the shitty kind of, you know, all those like shitty kind of editors like the bottom of the barrel. There's so many of them. If you don't get the first prospect in the first week, don't be discouraged. You are going to get the first client, because I've seen this, I've seen myself do it, and I've seen this so many times. Not only with me, with literally people who like struggling to get clients. They ask me like, how do I get clients? And all I tell them is just to outreach more. And within a week, they literally got a client. I know it's boring. I know it's hard. It is very hard. And most editors, I would say like a huge majority of editors, they won't do this. You know, they're just fucking lazy. And if you do this, you're going to separate yourself. And it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of like mental energy. It's going to be very draining. But do this for a month, you'll get your first client. Now you're up to stage 2, where you got your first client. You're getting maybe like $100 plus a month. Hopefully like the $300, $500 range if you get like 2 or 3 clients using the first method that I mentioned. The advice is going to get a little bit more niche, because I don't really see a lot of like editors telling this stuff, even though it seems very, very obvious. And again, I'm going to tell you guys what worked from my experience. So when I had my first clients, my first like 1 or 2 or 3 clients, they pay me like really little. I start out with like maybe like $15 a video, then I just work my way up slowly. That's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to provide the best fucking service possible. And this is where like it kind of differentiate me between other editors, because I've hired other editors. I've done like over like 30 plus interviews with other editors. I've hired maybe like I think 8 different editors from a video agency. I'm telling you guys, it's very easy to stand out from a competition. Number 1, the editors just don't communicate well. They just don't know how to communicate with me, and it's probably my fault because I don't know how to communicate with them well back. So that's number 1 thing. I see a lot of editors struggle to communication. They're so bad at communicating to the client. And number 2, and the most important thing where I don't see a lot of people talk about, is the care. Like the love you have for your editing. Guys, I've hired 8 editors from the agency. I've interviewed over 30 people, 30 other editors, and literally all the people that I hired do not love editing. And this is kind of hard to, you know, develop. If you don't like editing, like you just do it for the money. I know it's like everybody's doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the money, but if you don't have your heart into it, you should probably find a different line of work, because editing doesn't really pay good, and editing only pays really well like the top echelon of editing, which I'm not there yet. So this is to me the most important aspect of converting a low paying client to a high paying client. You put love into your editing, and they can literally, every client that I've worked with, they can literally see the amount of like care I put in it, and they can literally differentiate between the other editors they hired. They're like, you're so different than all the others I hired. And this is really good, because like they want to keep you, and to keep you, they'll raise your salary, they'll raise your rates, which is how you convert a low paying client to a higher paying client. And obviously this is not going to work out, because you're going to grow exponentially faster than the people you're working with. For example, like you're working with a guy who's only have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and is paying you like $30 a video. He wants to keep you so much because you, number 1, you communicate really well. Number 2, and most importantly, you put so much care into your videos. And so it's like, I want to keep this editor. So he'll be like, oh, yo, you want like 45 videos edit? Or if he didn't say it, you can ask for more. You should ask for more. After like 1 or 2 projects, you say, yo, I want like, you know, higher rates. And if he wants to keep you, which he will, he'll be like, yo, I'm happy to pay you more, blah, blah, blah. You're going to keep continuing this. Like you go to like $30 to $45 to maybe $60 to $80. And eventually he can't afford you anymore. And this is where, unfortunately, you have to, you know, replace the client with either high paying clients using the leverage you have gained from like the 1K subscriber clients. And this is not revolutionary idea. You probably have heard this before, but this is exactly how I turn my clients low paying into high paying. I have this client, he used to pay me about, I think it was like $60 for our first video. Then I put so much K into videos, he'll be like, yo, Ben, I'm going to leave you a big tip for this video because I can see the work you put in this video. And then the next project we did, he said, oh, this is getting better. The quality is getting better. And he was like, okay, I'm going to raise the budget for this video. I'm going to pay you more. And eventually we worked from $60 for video, and now he's paying me $325 a video. This is how I convert my low paying clients to high paying clients. And there are going to be a lot of clients who can't afford this, or who don't give a shit. They'll be like, yo, I can just find an editor. You're going to part ways when you ask for like more money, and then they're going to find out real quickly that it's not going to be easy to replace an editor like you, because you actually love your craft. You put the work in. I'm going to emphasize this again. You have to put love into your edit. I have not seen a person, an editor, who told me, hey Ben, you're putting way too short time in your video. You should put more time. Everybody on Twitter is telling me to make my videos faster, to edit faster, because efficiency, right? The faster you edit, the more money you make. I know this idea is in the right place because it is true. Like the more faster you work, the more money you get. But also if you really take a much longer time to really put care and love into your projects, it's going to pay more dividends than you just working faster for the videos. There have to be a fine balance, and I admittedly at the far side, like I spend like so long on projects, like 12, 13, 14 hours on really low paying projects, especially at the beginning. I'm still doing it now, but especially in the beginning of my journey, I've never really thought like, yo, I'm wasting my time. I could have this, like I could be working on this other project. I don't really put money as number one priority because I just want to give out the best service possible. And then right now I'm starting to see like the rewards I'm getting from the work I put like months back. Now it's crazy because like now people are referring me to their friends, and this is like the most best feeling to have, because I do put a lot of work in our projects, and you should really put a lot of care into your projects too. That's the kind of like the secret, that what I call it, that I don't see anybody saying, and that secret really makes me hit the $1,000 mark 3 times in the past 7 months. And again, it's not some fancy secret. It's not something you want to hear. I know you do want to hear this, like, oh, you put a lot of time to your edits, care about your edits, work very hard. But if you want to get a $1,000 mark, which is hard, guys, I'm not going to say like, oh, it's easy, I did it 3 times in the last 7 months. It's very easy. A lot of editors are not earning 4 digits a month. A lot of editors are stuck in the $300 to $400 range, even though they're editing for like a year plus. And I believe that if they really want to earn $1,000 a month, they're not implementing one of the things that I say. They're not doing enough volume. They're not putting their work out for as many people to see as possible, like all the socials. They're just basically like cycling through clients really fast, after clients after clients after clients. This is just my method of how I got to $1,000 a month, and I'm just telling you what worked for me. So I could be wrong. There could be other ways, but try it out. Try my advice out, and just get back to me if you see results. And you're probably going to see results. I've done it so many times. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.